Some tools that you can actually stand up. Actually, I'm gonna go over there too. So this side, please come over here. I'm gonna show you something. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna come over there too. All right. So hold on. So here, half of the people should be here. Rest of will be there. So here you see the sheep heart, and as I've told you that I show the pericardium over there because the pericardium, most of the pericardium is lost. Only one layer of pericardium is here. Which layer?
This one right there.
This one right there, yeah. What's the name of this one? No, not endocardium. That is visceral pericardium. Visceral pericardium is over there, and in the heart of the cat, you found the outer layers of pericardium, fibrous, and with the fibrous, there is actually parietal one fused. So parietal one and fibrous one, like my hand, like this, they are removed. Now we have got only the visceral pericardium. Visceral is really shiny. You will always see the visceral things like this. In the intestine, in the lungs, wherever you will go, visceral thing will shine like this.
How can you tell the difference though?
Yeah, that's the visceral one is with the viscera. That is the difference.
Show me the viscera.
This is the viscera. The whole thing is the viscera. Alright? This is the viscera. The heart is the viscera, lung is another viscera, liver is viscera. So if you have got any layer of peritoneum, pericardium or pleura stuck with the thing, you cannot strip that thing off. That is the visceral pericardium or pleura or peritoneum, the location wise. And visceral pericardium also having another name. You call it epicardium if you consider it to be the part of the heart wall. So visceral pericardium and epicardium is the same thing. If you open this thing up, you will see the muscles of the heart, the muscles, cardiac muscles. These muscles are called cardiac muscles, of course, and the layer is called myocardium. Myocardium, myo means muscle, everybody knows. And inner, that smooth part where the blood should be there, inner part, thin layer of epithelium, you call it endocardium.
Where?
Endocardium. Here I can feel the endocardium, feel the smooth part, endocardium. The inner lining of the endocardium, heart chambers. So now you know that there are 4 chambers in the heart, and I told you that the ventricles are really big and can be seen easily, whereas the atriums are really small and they are almost flattened. Now let's see. This is one of the atriums. These are also called auricles. Don't they look like ear? Yeah. So that's why they are called auricles. This is another one. It doesn't look like even a chamber, but it is a chamber. It is so small, it is flattened, almost flattened. And now let's go inside and look at the ventricles. How big they are. Now tell me which one is right ventricle and which one is left ventricle from your idea.
That one right there, yeah.
Is it left or right?
Right.
It is right.
Which one has the bite, the spit, and the...
Which one is right, which one is left? This one, you said?
This one is right, I said.
Yeah, this one is right, and you are wrong. This one is left.
Why you say it's right? If I'm right, then that's right.
And this is wrong. Okay, so the thing is, here you have got thick muscular wall. Look at the muscles. I told you the left works hard because it pushes the blood from head to toe. So you see, people like you always visit this gym. You have got big biceps. And people like me should be right ventricle. Like thin muscles, right? Okay. So this one is the right ventricle. This one is the left ventricle. All right. Okay. In the left ventricle and the right ventricle, you can see this type of strings. What are the names of these strings?
Chordae tendineae.
Chordae tendineae. They are cord and tendon-like cords, so that's why they are called chordae tendineae. They are attached to some muscles right here. These are called papillary muscles. All right, papillary muscles right here you can see, and they are finally attached to the valves. These are the valves. You can see the valves. All right. You don't see the valve over there, but you can see this valve very clearly, right? This valve very clearly. This is the apex. apex of the heart, bottom and left side. Alright, the heart should be like this. And you can see that this is the ventricle and this is the left ventricle actually. But from outside, I'm not gonna ask you the question which one is right, which one is left. Sometimes it's easy like this one, but sometimes it may be difficult to figure out which one is right, which one is left because of like storage. So I'm not gonna ask you from outside, but from inside, be sure that you will get something like this.
So what's this?
So what is that one?
Which ventricle?
Let me see.
This is left.
Yeah, that's the left.
This is left.
So right is left.
No, not right is left. The thicker one is left. No right, no left. Thicker one is left. Any way you can hold it. Up,
It pumps
down.
the blood to the body.
Yes. All right. So no right, no left. Only thing you can see because it's not in the body. So it's like outside the body. So it's really difficult to figure out which one is right, which one is left. But if you open it, if you see the wall thickness, then now it's easy. Okay? It's easy. All right. Now, about some difficult questions. You know that there will be some bonus questions, and bonus questions should be difficult, right? So you will get some questions like this, inserted glass rod or something like that. We'll ask you the question what that thing is.
Aorta.
Actually, you are right, but how?
It goes from the left ventricle.
It's the biggest one.
It's the biggest because you cannot really measure because it is also big. What is that?
Pulmonary something.
Or not pulmonary something. Pulmonary is the pulmonary artery. So this is the pulmonary artery and this is the aorta. If I give you something like this, I will actually try to show you both the ends of the glass rod, where it goes and where it ends. So if you see that one big blood vessel and then you reach the left ventricle, then it must be the aorta. One big blood vessel, you reach the right ventricle, it must be the pulmonary artery. Alright? There are two other blood vessels. No, there are two other blood vessels. One is right here. Superior inferior vena cava. Yes, very good. So this is going to be the right atrium. So superior vena cava, I'm going to put something like this and showing you the inside. And I'll try to put something like this so that without touching you can actually open this thing up and close this thing down.
Tell the difference between superior and inferior.
Superior inferior, yeah, that is something difficult, but I will try to figure out which one is the base of the heart. Actually, this is the inferior vena cava, and the superior vena cava should be somewhere around here, or we have lost it. Okay, so this is the superior and this is the inferior actually. So for your convenience, if you see some glass rod like this and asking you to name the vessel on the top, there should be the superior vena cava, and vessel at the bottom should be the inferior vena cava. This is in the same chamber, right? Right atrium. All right? So these four blood vessels I'm going to ask you, and these few things from the heart. Yes, sir.
The pulmonary veins.
Pulmonary veins should go to the left atrium, but they are so small, so tiny, you cannot really see them clearly. You can see one. There are four of them, but you can see only one.
And the pulmonary artery, what does that do again?
Yes, it carries the blood from the right ventricle to the lungs.
Deoxygenated, right?
Deoxygenated, right? You are. All right. Now what I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you the relative sizes of the ventricles. Cutting the ventricles right through the center. So from today you'll become cardiac surgeons, all right?
Really? That's all you have to do? Just cut a heart?
Just cut the heart and kill somebody.
No way. Beep, 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 beep. Straight line.
Now you can see the real difference. Now if I insert a pin like this here and ask you to name the chamber, what should be your
Left
choice?
ventricle.
Why? This one?
It's bigger.
Left ventricle. Be bold, alright, left ventricle, because already this is the simplest question because you can actually see the evidence. It's so circular, so thick in musculature, it should be left.